How many golden cars can I get in 24 hours? This is the challenge that was thrown at me and I don't plan on giving up, so let's hit play and sweat gasoline. Here we are on my main account. 0 golden cars, and getting them is not easy at all. To unlock each golden skin, I have to win all the championships, from 100 to 1000 horsepower without skipping any. And if you want to see the full races of the most extreme championships, yes, I will be uploading the 1000 horsepower ones on my secondary channel, Steve DLX Full Races, more brutal reactions. I start with my first car, the Ambini. I already have everything at maximum in 1000 horsepower, so I save a good amount of coins in upgrades. Now let's go with the 100 horsepower races. First race, I took rest to the track. The first map, the Frosty Penguin Island. I left without a jump, but the car was so fast that I flew among the others. I used the power of fire to get away, took the shortcut, put on the bullhorns, but the rivals gave me no respite. The damn oh passed me, but I sent him flying last lap and boom, I died. I ended up in 4th place. A lot of machine. Today this was only the first of 4 races. I can still make a comeback. I was upset I couldn't fail so soon. On the board, I was in the lead. I had to turn the score around. I started with all the fury. Gamer, so motivated that I fell off the track. Even so, I climbed from 6th to 1st place like a real pro player. That's what I was telling you, my dude. The leaderboard changed. I'm 2nd. Watch out, watch out. Dropped to 3rd. The 3rd race started. Perfect start with a jump included. First power, shield, but I didn't activate it in time. I exploded last place, but I didn't give up. I activated my beast mode, used all the shortcuts and powers and won again. Now I did move up to the 1st place. Overall, last race of the championship. I didn't have a good start, but I was confident. I took the shortcut and died again last place. But fate smiled at me. I got good power-ups, among them the insane cop. I advanced like crazy and won the first championship of 100 horsepower. Completed good guys' first championship, although they only gave me 800 coins. Let's go straight to the 250 horsepower championship. Now I did select CIPO as my runner. This time there were 6 races, so I had to give it my all. We started with the first one at the Tiki Temple and the start was terrible. The first power-up was useless and didn't help me. Later on I got some nitros, took the 1st place, but bam, they cooked me with a fireball and sent me to the last place. Even so, I didn't give up on the final lap. I activated the Sipo power and won the race. We started off great, man. I went straight to the 2nd race. It was easy. I used the Tsipo's power and won effortlessly. I was so inspired that I went straight to the 3rd. I came out like a pro with a perfect jump included. I sent a tornado that blew up several. I put in its insane nitro. I got 1st. I used the power of the Sipo again to have an advantage. But in the end, I got overconfident and ended up in 4th place. How bad I am, buddy. The good thing is that I was still in the 1st overall position, although the viewer was already breathing down my neck. We got to the 4th race, track on Mars. I knew that if I lost, the viewer could overtake me in the table, so I went all out. It was a brutal battle until the end, but I managed to beat him in the last second, 1st again. The 5th race was crazy powers, good, bad powers, a bit of everything, but the Zippo was in beast mode and another victory for the ultimate race collection, the mushroom map. I knew I had the advantage, but I didn't get overconfident. I went all out, activated Zippo's power in God mode, and despite some complications, I ended up winning this 250 horsepower championship as well. Gentlemen, 1800 golden coins as a prize. And we keep adding up. We continue with the challenge. Now it was time for the 500 horsepower championship. Without losing the rhythm, I went straight and chose Roxy Roller as my racer. This time there were 8 races and things were getting serious. In the first one, I went all out. I threw confusion to all the racers and took the lead. But I got overconfident and didn't know how to maintain the advantage, ending up in 3rd place. Snails. I rested on my laurels, but we were just starting this story. I threw myself into the 2nd race even though I got stuck with terrible powers. Even so, I managed to win and move up to the 1st place in the table, tied with Benny in the 3rd. I went out with all the inspiration. In the home stretch, I activated Roxy's power and boom, race 1. 4th race Mars map. In the end, they threw a cursed skull at me, but it didn't stop me. I also won the 5th race, new map, the swamp. I started off on the right foot. First Nitro Booster. It was an intense race until the end, but I won by a hair. I already had a good lead on the board. There were only 3 races left. The 6th was on the lava track, one of the hardest, but I managed, and although it was by a little, another victory, race 7, the aquarium map. This was key because I got the best powers. I used Nitro, Shield and Confusion to my advantage, securing first place. My last race of the 500 horsepower championship. I already knew I was going to win, and so it was. Without breaking a sweat, I won the 8th race, and with that, the complete championship. They gave me 3,200 gold coins and we were one step away from the goal. Now comes the most epic part of this challenge, the final championship of 1,000 horsepower, and if I win, they will give me the golden Ambini. By the way, if you want to see the complete championship with all my reactions and uncut races, you know, it's on my secondary channel Steve DLX, but here I'm going to tell you everything that happened. We enter the most epic part of the challenge, the 1,000 horsepower championship, and my chosen runner was none other than Sipo. First race on the Fire and Ice map, perfect start. I took the shortcut through the hazers and easily reached first place. We started strong. Second race on the Swamp map without much difficulty, another victory for Sipo. But in the third race, the other runners stepped up their game. Despite our best efforts and the good powers, we finished in third place. I got overconfident on this track, bro. I maintained my lead in the standings. We narrowly won the 4th and 5th races. A death skull almost blew me up at the end, but I still managed to cross first and we were only halfway through. I barely won the 6th race, but in the 7th I got overconfident again and ended up in 3rd place. In the 8th race, I was leading but got hit by a power-up on the final turn, costing me first place. But wait, the 9th race was a total fail. The lava map is tricky. I crashed everywhere, finishing 5th, F in the chat, but there was still one race left. That's when I decided to show them who's in charge. I went all out, using the power of Sipo and God mode to make a big impact. First place secured, 1,000 horsepower championship won. As a prize, they gave me 5,000 gold coins and my first golden skin of Ambini. Look guys, how beautiful this car looks bathed in gold. It's simply epic, but time does not stop. Let's go for our next car, and this time I chose nothing more and nothing less than the Grim Route. I have it somewhat improved to save a few coins, so let's go all out without fear of success. We start with the 100 horsepower championship and my runner was the legendary Pirate Skull. You know guys, 4 races, only one takes the glory. First race I went all out, but wanting to take a shortcut I went straight to death. I died, but it's not a big deal. I turned on turbo mode, sped up, overtook the others and won first place like a champ. Second race, this one was really fought, but just when it seemed like I was staying behind, a death skull comes out on me. That's how I stole the first place. In the end, 2 victories in a row. This already smelled like a championship third race. Oh daddy, I used the power of the remote control. In the last second, first place secured again with the title almost in the pocket. The final race came, but I was too confident. They threw powers at me, they hit me, and I ended up in 4th place. It wasn't perfect, but we won the championship and I took 800 coins as a prize. Great job guys. But this doesn't stop. Now the serious stuff is coming. The 250 horsepower championship, because we haven't won anything golden yet. For this championship I chose the craziest rabbit of all, Benny, the bad rabbit. This time there were 6 races, so you can only imagine pure adrenaline. I went for the first one, started well with the horns and took a couple down. Despite causing chaos with the carrots, bullet. In the end, they froze me and I ended up in 6th place. One of my worst races was on track 2, bro. I went out determined to win, but I lacked being more pro. I battled. I used good powers, but I only achieved 3rd place. I was 5th on the board. It was time to get serious. In the 3rd race, I brought out all my arsenal: steel ball, red dragons, carrots. Even my grandma was missed, and I achieved 1st place, which put me tied with Jimmy on the board. 4th race. Everything fell on me, Minitiki. Chicken in the face. I even died for being stupid, but thanks to the bullet carrots I made it to 2nd place. It was like getting gold from mud. 5th race, penguin map. I took the shortcut perfectly and won 1st place with style. I could already smell the championship, but nothing was said and the final race came. I didn't have much of a points lead, so I went out with a bang. At times they made it hard for me, but in the end I hit a full nitro. And even though I finished in 4th place, but oh surprise, I won the championship by 1 point. What luck, brother. They gave me 1800 prize coins. Now the 500 horsepower championship was coming. But to compete at that level, I definitely needed to improve the Grim Route. So I went straight to the workshop, and with the money I had accumulated, I put in all the upgrades to take it to the next level. Guys, did you see the evolution of my car? It's a beast now. Now we're going for that 500 horsepower championship, one step away from getting the gold skin that's waiting for us. For this championship, I chose the fearsome, uncontrollable, crazy driver and went straight to the challenge. 8 thrilling races. In the first race, I only got shields initially, which didn't help much, but I still managed to win. Second race, despite a poor start, I quickly demonstrated my skills and secured another victory. Third track, thanks to the turtle's shortcut. I quickly took the first place, and even though they tried to overtake me on the last lap, they couldn't beat me. In the fourth race, due to misusing the shortcut, I ended up giving away the race, but we already had a good score and a high margin over the second place. Fifth track, again because I didn't use my powers well, I ended up giving away the victory. I learned the hard way, bro. Race 6, I came back with everything to first place, and the same in the 7th. Even though the lava map came out, the hardest in the game, I did the magic and won as it should be. With a large margin of points, I went to the last race calmly. Even if I finished last, the championship was already mine. I came in 5th, but still took the title. 3,200 prize coins. Now it was time for the final championship, 1,000 horsepower to win the gold skin. But my car was not ready yet, so I put all the money I had and my car evolved to the maximum for this challenge. Look just how it turned out. Just in case I repeat it, this entire race is on my secondary channel link. Don't miss it in the description, it's really good. Now let's go for the gold skin of the Grim Route. And I got to it for this championship. I chose the unidentified flying object, the one that saw me from Mars and came down just to support me in this challenge. Race 1 out of 10. Even though I got good powers like the bullhorns and the tornado, in the end I used the teleportation power well. But I had to settle for second place. Races 2 and 3 were easy. Despite some stumbles, I was already set for victory. Race 4 and 5 the same, dominated from beginning to end. I took the opportunity to complete a game mission. You know those that ask you if you want to have it 100%? Mission completed and first place secured. Race 7 and 8, brother. Everything happened. Insane powers, police chase, nitro, stupid deaths, and even epic plays that I couldn't believe myself. I finished 2nd in the 8th round, but it wasn't a big deal since I already had a huge lead in points. In race 9, they slowed me down. I lost and came in 3rd, but that didn't discourage me. And the final race came. What do you think happened? Well, yes, I finished in 1st place, and with that I won the 1,000 horsepower championship, like a true pro Martian. 5,000 coins and the appreciated gold skin of Grim Route, which is beautiful. Wow, guys, 2 gold skins already in the collection. But time flies and there's still more to come. I really hope to get the 8 gold skins, so let's not waste time. Let's go for the next car. Now it was time to get the skin of the best car in the game, the legendary Rock Stomper. Without wasting time, I went to the 100 horsepower and chose Beachy Bro as the runner, yes, the most chill of all. First map, the Penguins, easy. Just by taking the shortcut, well, it was already mine and so it was. First place secured. In the second race, we were doing well, but in the last minute, Leilani beat me. Yes, that same one. In the third, I could no longer let Leilani win. Cause she was going to pass me in the overall table, I went all out straight to first place. And that's what I did, and the final race came. It seemed like I was going to finish last, but my bullhorns came out, and with that, I managed to sneak into 3rd place. Result champion, 800 more coins for me. I didn't give time to anything. I was very motivated. I improved the car immediately and started the 250 horsepower championship. This time I chose Leilani because I wanted to test how pro she was. Power of the flowers. First race was terrible. They made it hard for me and I ended up in 4th place. Second, the power of the flowers saved me 1st place, no doubt. Third, yes, I will be or I know everything. Flowers, nitro lightning, and still I ended up 4th. For now, I was 3rd in the overall standings. 4th race, the runners wouldn't let go, but I managed to take 1st place. 5th race, I was 1st, but I died from a box in the tunnel and ended up in 6th place. I could only recover to the 4th and it was the last one. I went all out because if I lost, the whole story was worth it. I didn't have much of a points margin. Thanks to the power of Leilani, I took first place and held it until the end. Championship 1. 1800 more coins in the pocket and one of my worst problems arrived, the damn money. I needed 11,000 coins to upgrade the car and compete in the 500 horsepower. I only had 8,000. Here came my first waste of time. I had to run extra races that diverted me a bit from the challenge, but there was no other way. I had to do it to continue. Guys, we finally have the money. Let's upgrade the car. I immediately upgraded the car. Really seeing them evolve is cool. And I went straight for the 500 horsepower. This time I chose Disco Jimmy as the runner. If the tastiest in the game, I went all out. In the first race, I came out inspired and it's no joke, I started with a jump. After the first lap, I was 5th, but I said something has to be done. I went full nitro and climbed up to 2nd place, second race, same story. I climbed and finished 2nd again. But I had to start winning because if not, the championship was going to slip away from me. And then came the 3rd race for All the Saints. I was doing well, confident, but I ended up in last place. It was my worst race, no doubt, and I dropped from 1st place to 4th in the overall standings. In the 4th race, I said no more nonsense. I got my act together, used all my runner skills, and achieved 1st place. 5th race, they attempted to pass me on the final lap, but I channeled the power of Jimmy's disco dance, diverting them just in time. We also won track 6, Antarctica. Do you know the trick? I took the shortcut well and won easily and the end came. I finished 2nd in race 7, but with a commanding lead in points, I ran the final race composed. I still got good powers like the insane cop and I finished in 1st place. Championship 1, 3,200 more coins in the pocket but the joy didn't last. To play the 1000 horsepower championship and win the golden skin I needed more money and I only had 4,000 coins. I had to win the golden skin and needed more money and I only had 4,000 coins. I had to run more races to gather the money, deviating from the challenge again. It wasted hours but was the only way. Guys, I already have the money. Even though it's tough, there's no other way to get it. They don't give much for winning championships, but who cares? I continued the challenge and upgraded the car to the max level. Was I ready to face the dreaded 1000 horsepower? For this championship, I chose CIPO as my runner, and we started directly on the Mapita of Shark Harbor. I started well, took the shortcut quickly, and got so far ahead of the rest that they couldn't catch up with me. First race, total victory. Track 2 bad start, but I recovered and took 1st place without problems. 3 Fiesta Village easy tracks. On the 4th, prehistoric dinosaurs. I was winning, but a death skull fell on me. Right at the end, I had to settle for 2nd place. 5th race. I did something different. I decided to complete a trophy. I left a chicken on the way at the end of the 1st lap, and on the 2nd lap, I crashed into my own box. A trophy unlocked, win 1st place with a chicken in the face. Even so, I won race 6 and 7. I also won them without a problem. But before starting the 8th, a special message came out, trophy unlocked for running 1,000 kilometers. That motivated me a lot. But the 8th race was on the lava map, hard as always, and I ended up in 2nd place. 9th race at the Easy Mega Aquarium. I took it without breaking a sweat and the last track arrived. 10 Spooky Shores. Seems easy but isn't. Even so, I showed what I'm made of and won the race and the entire championship. 5,000 prize coins and best of all, the golden skin of the rock Stomper, which is on another level. Does it look super handsome? The challenge continues as I had time for more, so I immediately went for the next one. This time, the Beach Boogie was my chosen car. I had already run the 100 horsepower championship to make some money, but I made so little. We better quickly upgrade it to the next level and run the 250 horsepower championship. After upgrading this ship, I went straight to the championship. I chose the RES because it's the face of the game, literally. First track, the map where the UFOs live. I closed it all out using firepower and won without any problems. Guys, I think we started off on the right foot. 2nd and 3rd race, I had to settle for 2nd place. Apparently, the unidentified flying object wasn't happy that I beat it on its map. And now it was winning all of them, but I didn't give it a chance. In the 4th and 5th race, I left it eating dust, so with a good lead, I went straight to the last race. Although at the beginning they tried to leave me in the dust, in the end I recovered and managed to take the first place and win the championship. Prize 1800 coins. But the joy was short-lived because there was a lack of money for the 500 horsepower championship. Darn guys, we have to run extra races to have money. I'll be back in a while. After a few races, I already had the money ready. I upgraded my car and was ready for the next round. Now, let's go for this championship. I brought the boss with me this time. Roxy Roller, I started the championship with everything, and this time I did something unique. Complete a trophy of winning without using any power. Thanks to Roxy's excellence, I won first place and the trophy. Second race, Papayita also first place, and in the third, I did the epic with only a few meters left. I activated my power and went from 5th to 1st place in seconds. The most epic race of the video, but in the 4th lap, the engine broke down, ending an impressive feat. I only ended up in 3rd place, and in the 5th, they barely took the 1st place from me. 6th race, I came back strong. I won easily, but again in the 7th, I lacked power, and they left me in 3rd place. Even so, I had a good lead, and we got to the last round, 8th race, 2nd place, but I still won the 500 championship. Horsepower prize 3,200 coins. The firm few coins is not enough for anything. And what if now I had to gather money for the final championship? 1,000 horsepower. After a few lost hours, I already had the money ready. I upgraded my car to full dam. What a coolness of this ship. Let's go for the 1,000 horsepower. And the moment of truth arrived. I chose Bichibro as my runner, yes, one of the weakest in the game, so they don't say I always win with the most pro. First round they made it hard for me, and in the end, by a nose, Rez beat me with his Rally Pro. According to the race, I tried to take a shortcut and they left me in last place, but I'm a pro player and I still ended up winning the race. Third Fire and Ice, I took the shortcut well and won 4th, same I won it without problems. But on the icy map of the Swiss Alps, it seems that the engine froze and I arrived in 4th place. Then I went down to the rich map of Crab Island, perfect for this car, and I won. Then came the Tiki Temple and I showed what I'm made of. First place in race 8, 2nd in race 9, qualified for the grand finale after winning the big ones. The prehistoric dinosaurs fatal outcome? Even though I tried everything, I ended up in last place, but it didn't matter because I won the championship. 5,000 coins and the gold skin of the beach Boogie, which is wow, super cool. I really wanted to get all the golden cars, so I went all out for the 100 horsepower of lightning. I ended up winning, just tied with the eye, but they gave the prize to me quickly. I improved the car. To run the 250 horsepower 6 races, a single winner in this championship, and everything happened. I lost races, won others. I used the power of the police chase. They tried to steal my victory at the last moment, but I still won the championship, and there are 1,800 coins. And if it came again, my nightmare, the money? But I managed to save. I improved my car to 500 horsepower, and by the way, I changed the color to give it another flow. I chose El Cipo and started with everything. The championship was insane from the start, a lot of adrenaline on each track. I won trophies that will help me complete the game, 100%. And honestly, this lightning car turned out to be really good. I won the championship by a large margin. But before moving on to the 1,000 horsepower, yes, again running extra races to gather money, but luckily I managed it quickly. My cracks, let's upgrade this car to the max level. Wow, how about that evolution? I put on a monster skin and went straight to the final championship. I chose the unidentified flying object and it was 10 races of pure intensity. I took advantage of collecting Easter eggs. I won many races, and even though in several they sent me to the last place, with my skills I regained the first place immediately. Although I did get overconfident and there were 2 times when I ended up in last place, but in the end, I won the championship. I took 5,000 coins and the precious golden skin. And well guys, here the video ends. I got 5 out of 8 golden cars. Having to run extra races to gather money took time from me, but I enjoyed this challenge to the fullest. How many golden cars did you obtain? Comment below. Here's another 24-hour challenge for you. See you in the next video.